Welcome to our channels English with Hassane 1 and English with Hassane 2.
Languages do you speak? I speak Chinese, Japanese, and a little bit of English. So a little or a little bit or a bit the same. What languages do you speak? I speak English, Arabic, and a little bit of French. What languages do you speak? I speak Japanese, English, and a little bit of Spanish. The last question, what languages do you speak? I speak Portuguese, Spanish, and a little bit of German. So let's practice them. Where do they speak English? When we ask this question, we mean the countries of the world in where people speak English. So the first question, where do they speak English? They speak English in the United States. They speak English in Canada. They speak English in Australia. Not Australia, Australia. Where do they speak English? They speak English in England. They speak English in Scotland. They speak English in Wales. They speak English in Northern Ireland. So these four countries, they are the United Kingdom. They form the United Kingdom. Let's continue. Where do they speak English? Oh no, where do you speak English? I am asking you. Where do you speak English? I speak English at the American Center in Madrid. I speak English at the British Center in Barcelona. I speak English at our English local school. I speak English at college. Where do you speak English? I speak English at university. I speak English at home with a private teacher. I speak English at a language school. I speak English to my friends online. When do you speak to your parents? So when, we mean the time. When do you speak to your parents? So you don't live with your parents. You live in another country or in another city and you don't speak to them every day. So you can speak to them every day, but let's see, when do you speak to your parents? So when do you speak to your parents? I speak to my parents 3 times a week. Students, they say parents. It's not parents, parents. I speak to my parents 3 times a week. I speak to my parents every fortnight. Fortnight means 2 weeks or 15 days. I speak to my parents once a month. So look at once a month. So once a month. I speak to my parents twice a month. Once a month, it means 1 time a month. And twice a month, I speak to my parents every day, 7 days a week. I speak to my parents at the weekend. So it depends. In some countries, the weekend is Saturday and Sunday, and in some countries, it's Friday and Saturday. I speak to my parents once a week, 1 time a week, 1 day a week. I speak to my parents twice a week, 2 days a week. Let's continue. Now the question is why. It means we are going to give the reason. Always when we ask question with why, the answer is always with because. Why do you speak English fluently? Fluently, it means without big problems. I speak English fluently because I am English. I speak English fluently because I was born in England. Sorry. I speak English because fluently because I was born in the US, in the United States of America. I speak English fluently because I was born in Australia. Let's continue with the same question. Why do you speak English fluently? I speak English fluently because I was born in Scotland. I speak English fluently because my father is English. Sorry. I speak English fluently because my mother is English. Let's continue. When do you speak to yourself? So this is the last question in this lesson. When do you speak to yourself? I speak to myself when I am very happy. I speak to myself when I am very sad. I speak to myself when I don't know what to do. I speak to myself when I have problems. Let's continue with the same question. When do you speak to yourself? I speak to myself as I don't trust people. I speak to myself when I am alone. I speak to myself before I sleep. Well, let's practice all these sentences. In this slide, we have many languages. What languages do you speak? So in this question, we can answer by 2 languages or more. For example, you can say, I speak Arabic and French. So 2 languages. Or you can say, I speak Arabic, French, and a little English. So let's repeat the question. What languages do you speak? I speak Arabic, French, and a little English. Second answer. What languages do you speak? I speak French, English, and a bit of Arabic. So a little or a bit of means the same. What languages do you speak? I speak German, Arabic, and a little English. What languages do you speak? I speak Italian, Spanish, and a bit of Chinese. Let's go to the following slide with the same question.
That's the end of this video. To support us, subscribe, like, comment and share. See you very soon, God willing.